shooting the shit for an hour.
The dead forged blacksmith lies ruined in the streets. The corpses of those once animated are strewn about the town square. There are thousands more undead in the city, but you have some moments more. What you've done here has certainly been noticed. In the immediate area, your enemies have been slain. Give me a little glimpse of what you guys are doing.
Esmond would have taken a minute or two to repair Typhon, but seeing a store for book or a building for book would have headed towards book.
Just paint me a
Immediately.
Picture. Describe what you do.
Esmond would be casting mending, which in this instance is him. God, how do I want to describe it? Pulling out a small soldering lamp from his satchel and holding a small gemstone to amplify the heating aspect of it, and taking that and using that to cast mending and slowly closing the gaps and putting Typhon back together. And as soon as he is back or close to back to full health, taking off towards the library or the bookstore or whatever it is.
Too long. You're going through books, pulling scrolls out of the racks, looking at what kind of books are you looking for?
Well, hold on. I had a small list.
Esmond would bring a book list to a boss fight.
It's like, just in case, you never know when you might stumble across a bookstore inside of a giant monster.
Yeah, I think he's going to start with Sanderson. Is there anything by Sanderson in the library?
I am not going to be sassed about being prepared.
It's a good name for something. Book list to a boss fight. Name of a podcast or something.
It's like the even nerdier version of a music playlist.
TM, it's mine. Oh, sorry to interrupt the scene. Did I tell you all about Fiber and Forge and how I thought it was a place that fixed boats and cars? It doesn't. It just says handcrafted goods, and I've never found it open yet, but it has hours.
Okay. First thing that I would have looked for, DM, is any information relating to travel between Muirwood, or the area around Muirwood, and the tower. History, guides, travel routes, stories, journals, whatever. I would have looked for a census or a history regarding the population of humans, of the human population specifically, and anything that might pertain to chronomantic magic.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna have you do a little bit of a roll later. What's everyone else up to?
I think Shalati had gone poking at the remainder, but of the of what remains of the monster, just to make sure that there's no bits of it that are going to stir again. Maybe just like kind of kicks it apart and searches if anything looks extremely interesting. But after that, we'll kind of tails after Ava. Especially since I think she sees her going off alone. It's like, nobody's going off alone.
Sounds good. Yeah, you head off towards the well where Ava's standing there looking down inside. We'll come back to the Casey, what are you doing?
No, I think probably to add to what Shalati did immediately post-battle, as the giant ball of lightning struck this creature and crashes to the ground in a big heaping pile of weapons and armor, Casey would run up and like nimbly kind of hop to the top of this pile of refuse and just stand there on the top triumphantly, snap his fingers with a couple of balls of fire in his hands as he stands up top there. That's probably when Shalati comes over and starts kicking pieces apart. And he looks down and says, "Did you see that?"
She actually just smiles at him and says, "I did." And then turns away to head after Ava with her vaguely her transparent blue lit self following behind.
What's Peach up to?
I think that following the explosion of the snail slime creature, Peach will have found Sal in the wreck. I know Sean's not here, but I imagine Sal is in shock anyway from the sheer amount of disgustingness. And you see Peach sort of very quietly and carefully blotting Salinger's outfit, going, "It's okay. It's okay. This will all come right out. I've got to change a shirt for you, too, if it turns out you need it. I know you got no problem keeping your whites white, but, just in the meantime." And so she is trying to alleviate Sal of his possible distress.
What's Array up to?
From her backpack, she's pulled a patchwork piece of sort of a banner from it. She wraps it 3 times around her neck as if it's a cloak and starts to climb up one of the crane towers that are a part of the Traveler's Square, with every intention of using a bit of twine and this tattery paper to provide a signal or a sign for anyone who happens to look towards the center, saying,
But,
I really have to decide what it says now.
We have a moment. Before we continue, there are no cranes in the Travelers District. Those are over in the
I thought
train
this had-
station.
Wait, then what did this have? This had some of the...
This has
some of the
variety of different buildings. There is like there's like a high point above.
Tell me the high point.
One of the I'll say the library actually. There's a high point above the library. It's not nearly as tall as the cranes, but it's a good potential.
It has a well. It has a well. You could climb down the well.
I don't want to go down the well. I want to go down the well. I'm gonna go.
The well's a horizontal camera.
Maybe from like the second story out a window, she's going to put this over the library. Like, evacuate the city. If you see fire, that is the signal. Something super vague. I think we did decide no help is coming, but that's so sad.
Leave, follow the rail tracks, I think.
Oh, I'm writing that in charcoal on walls and doors. But then any of the surrounding buildings. Hello? Stomping around for underground basement trapdoors.
Okay. Sounds good. Over at the well, there the sound of some footsteps as Shalati approaches Ava.
As Shalati approaches, she would see Ava sort of sitting on the corner of the well, having pulled up a bucket of water. The sickness, the diseased, and obviously a sort of putrefied version of it. And she seems like she's just standing there, or rather half sitting on the lip of what the well is, at the crank, staring at the water itself, seeming to be a little bit lost in thought. She looks like she may have intended to do something, but instead she's just sort of sitting there.
Yes, that looks pretty bad. Do you think that's what started all of this?
She jumps just a little bit and sort of looks at you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I was thinking that maybe it was the water source or something, and I was gonna test it maybe. Are you good? You okay?
She beams and says, I mean, more important, I've never been better. Like, beyond all of this, it's not. Look. And then she sort of, behind her, the next where the double image of her is standing, and the other spirit gives a cheeky little wave and a grin, a bit of a wink. I told you she was trying to come back. She doesn't seem to talk, but she's here. She made it.
Wait. She laughs at first and sort of is a bit confused, and then starts to dawn on her what she's saying. Wait. She like brightens up a little. That's not just. That's.
And if Ava looks at her more closely, they're still dressed in the same thing. The hair length is the same. The shape of the jaw is similar, but they'd always been identical twins anyway. And Ava and Charlotte hadn't really been that close before Ishalan died. So Ava might only have known her in the way that, all the kids in the village knew each other. But she can probably see in some of the way that she stands, her expressions, they're a lot more open. Well, maybe open is the wrong word, but there's a bit more vibrancy to them than maybe, and less heavy concern and furrowed brow.
Yeah, she gets a little bit excited, and it's just like, wow, oh my gosh, can she hear me? Like, you're older.
I think so. I don't know what happened because when I heard her before, she sounded like she was before she died. And I guess she can't talk. I don't think she's really here. Like, look, and she kind of puts her hand out, and there's a moment of resistance into the shoulder before her hand just like goes straight through into Ishalan's body, and Ishalan steps away.
Oh, wow. That's honestly, like she's to brighten up and like stop thinking about what it was ever she was thinking about before. That's incredible. Oh my god. I constantly am just amazed at what we can do, like what magic can do, but this is wonderful. Like if you can do this, maybe I don't know. She just shuts up and like just waves a little bit at Shalati's sister.
I don't. Do you mean you're saying maybe I can do it for other people too?
And then her expression kind of darkens for a second, and she's like, "Well, oh, yeah, no,
Maybe, but we are twins. We did have a much deeper connection by blood. Nothing else. I don't know. I guess I can try. I don't even know what I did though. It's just when I needed her, she was there. I don't know why now, after years and years of needing her, but she's here. I'm not going to question it.
It seems to be the way of it. You just kind of get a little bit stronger, and the connections of being able to do things just seems to kind of grow over time, and it doesn't really matter right now how it happened. And she just looks at Shalati, goes, takes her hand, and is like, she's here, and it's great. I'm so glad you got a chance to see her again, and whatever's behind this, I'm sure it'll only get better and stronger over time.
Just so happy you don't. And then she just hugs her really tight and probably squeezes the breath out of her for a minute before she lets her go. And then says, "All right, but was I interrupting something? Did you You looked like you were thinking about something.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no.
maybe when they get back, I can see if I can. Well, hopefully they're not dead, but I wonder if maybe Ash can do the same for Ember. But although they weren't really. Sorry, what you were saying something.
No. It's fine. I was just gonna test them. Like I said, I'm gonna run some tests on this stuff, and I was just thinking about, the verdict said some weird stuff, and it's just, it doesn't matter right now. Okay, yeah, we need to focus for a second. Look, I'm gonna do this, but we do have to figure out what we're gonna do. It's only gonna be light for, and she keeps getting distracted by Shalati's sister. She keeps looking back in her direction in an excited way. We have to figure out though what we're gonna do. Like, are we gonna? I think maybe we should consider staying and just finding a place here. I don't know, but I was hoping that you would go and like find Sal and make him kind of weigh in and try to decide.
Weigh in on where we should go.
I think so, yeah, because like I don't know, I just kind of realized a second ago that Casey is always going to want to fight, and Esmond's probably going to be quick to run, but like Sal's kind of in the middle, so, and he's going to be the last person out anyway, so I figured maybe you can push him a little bit to start being a little bit more, well, say some stuff a little bit more than he does.
I'll certainly go and see what he has to say about that, but I don't want to leave you alone.
No.
This, well,
I'll be fine.
Esmond went off to go find some books, I think, and I saw Kubeth going after him. Typical.
No, I'll be okay. I should be fine out here. I mean, you can always like yell and if something happens, but I should be fine.
But what if something came out of the well and grabbed you and then clamped its hand over your mouth before you could yell?
That is, she just takes a step back. That's a disturbing idea. All right. Well, I'll stand away from the well while I do this experiment. And she just sort of takes the bucket and loosens the rope a little bit and sets it down on the ground. And it's like,
But why don't you do it out of this little? Is it like a little copse of trees, or is it actually hidden from view from the rest of the plaza?
There's some wilted like plant life around. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you just do it somewhere where people can see you at least, and then talk to Salinger.
All right. I'll just, and she starts to like slacken the rope so she can take the bucket away from the little things of trees and be a little bit more on the outside in the middle of town. Unless, out of character, do buckets that you lower into well, they're typically just like they're tied to like a rope down there, right? You can't just like take the bucket off typically. Like you'd have to cut it.
I have a sacrificial water skin full of that stuff if you want it.
It could also be like where they have a hook and then you just put the bucket handle on the bucket.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's pretend there's a bucket handle. I'm gonna override whatever reality is Chris is saying. There's a bucket handle. I'm gonna take it off.
Use a fate point to say this.
And she'll take the bucket with wherever Shalati's heading towards, and then just sort of stand on the outside of a building and just start doing a ritual spell from there.
Okay. Esmond, as you're hurriedly knowing that you guys have moments before more creatures begin to show up at this town square, roll me an investigation check as you dig through the library trying to find appropriate books. $21.
Yeah, low roll.
Not too bad. You find one book that seems like it has some writings about the history of the local area that might work. You don't find anything on chronomancy. What was the other thing? Sorry, there were three things. One of them was the tower. One of them was chronomancy. What was the third? Oh, the children. Yeah, you find some writings about. Yeah, it looks like an old physicker's writings about the physiology of different peoples of Marewood. It's about 100 years old, but you find it.
Great. I grab all those things.
Okay, sounds good. Ray, you've just finished tying off the flag that you're hanging over the library. Ava, you're about halfway through your ritual when you guys start to see movement on the northern side of town and some on the western side of town. It looks like the shambling dead are beginning to make their way towards the town square. You have another minute or so before.
Through the mind link, I let Casey know from my high vantage point.
Yeah. Casey will let the others in the mind link know. Time to move. We have more incoming. And he'll probably move swiftly over to Doc or Filati, whoever's close, Sal and Peach, to get them moving as well.
Some people had been engaged in burning the bodies, right? I thought I remembered that last time.
Yeah, you've been piling bodies, setting them on fire.
We should find somewhere safer than this, at least to hide. We might want to... Maybe the pub or those tunnels that those survivors came from? We still haven't found any other survivors, but...
There's a couple spots that we have to check, according to the map that Jordan Bog made.
Where is shops where we are on this map?
That's where you are right now.
Oh, shops is?
Where it says shops.
And they had already been to the hideout with supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the hideout where the physiker is, or the hideout to the right?
The one in red.
The one which?
The one that says hideout and supplies in red is the place where you found Rumley and Castrid.
Maybe we go west to where this physiker is supposed to be?
Sure. Oh, are we gonna sneak through, or how are we gonna fight through?
See more of the undead approaching now from the west. More, one of them start to spill into the town square on the northern side.
They're coming from west?
They're coming from every direction. There will be thousands.
Okay. Well, I guess we pick a direction. There's no time to really scout, so I guess we pick a direction and run for it.
West, I guess.
As west as we can.
Casey snaps his fingers and launches a fireball at the one that just appeared in the town square.
Its head snaps back, bursts into flames. 3 more replace it.
All right, let's go, I guess.
As we're running, Esmond is going to cast fog cloud on a space, short distance away from us to kind of cover our escape, so they can't. At least the bigger crowd can't immediately see us.
As they're traveling together, Ava starts to use a spell that she was inspired by Cypher, and she will cast Pass Without Trace on everybody.
Nice.
Alright. So as the fog... Oh, go ahead.
Just as they exit the other side of the fog cloud, hopefully, Shalate is going to pause for a minute to pull out a bag of ball bearings, probably, and we'll scatter it in that fog cloud.
Okay. Plink onto the So they plink onto the cobblestones
okay,
in the
sorry.
road. You guys duck into the blooming fog, and with Ava's magic, dip into the nearby alleyways. Now the hornet's nest has been disturbed, and there are undead all over the streets, crowding in every direction. But as you maneuver through the alleyways, it's possible you could avoid the main masses of them. Everyone please roll stealth with the pass without a trace bonus.
What is the? Hold on.
Plus 10.
Gives you a plus 10 to your roll.
Heavy weapons gives you disadvantage, right? I think I forgot to add that last one.
Yeah, any heavy item.
I'm going to reroll mine. I'm going to spend a point.
DM, did you get my message in Discord? I had one other small request I forgot to mention in the books. It's nothing major.
Yeah, you can find something like that.
With pass without trace is 29.
All right. That's much better.
34. The
Oh,
plus
damn,
10
hell
was
yeah.
very nice.
As they're moving, Casey is like, I feel like if we create the proper pinch points, we can just take them. We can just take all of them. Yeah.
Doc, did you use a point to reroll that?
I did use a point to reroll that and took it off my sheet, and I'll put it into Discord as well.
Cool. Sounds good.
So it looks like I'm the lowest roller actually, with a 20, including the pass without a trace.
And I'm clipping through walls with a 28.
Actually. Yeah.
One of the main bulks of the horde seems to stagger by to the south of you without noticing. There's no way you're getting through all of this without being noticed at all. As you guys are moving toward the west, squeezing through a tight alley, curving off to the north, and then trying to make your way west again, there are several of the undead in the streets. It's impossible not to be noticed. And as they do, they begin to lumber toward you, arms outstretched, grasping, wanting to taste your flesh. Those who can attack at range, please make an attack roll now.
Just a straight attack roll, or what do you?
Yeah. Make a range attack, or maybe a cantrip.
Javelin can.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I keep hitting poison spray. That's not what I meant.
Oh, that firebolt though.
Alright. Please choose, as the zombies are crowding in among you, please choose 3 people who will not be attacked. This first wave.
People who will not be attacked.
Like of
Mhm.
us.
Please
Shelby.
pick 3 of you who will not be attacked.
Three of those
Peach,
of us
Araya,
present, or
and
three-
Ava.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright.
Thank you.
The rest of you.
Thank you.
The rest of you, please make a dexterity acrobatics or athletics. Strength or dexterity saving throw.
Casey's got this.
Just throwing me under the train.
Yeah, can we just do him 3 times? We just push him towards the zombies. He'll be fine.
Where's Giant Salinger and Kabath when we need that?
They're fighting off the undead.
Nice. Ooh, Ooh, nice.
Alright. The zombies are crowding in around. You manage to fight off most of them, but Shalati's taking on so many that one of them leaps onto her back and takes a bite of her shoulder.
I was gonna say, should I roll for Ishtalan as well?
Does she get a different turn, like a separate turn, or does she act like?
No, she's basically. I was wondering if she's basically a target essentially for this.
Oh, there's so many that it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, but Shalati, you get bitten for 9 points of damage. As you guys cut down the first crowd of zombies, but there are more. You guys have positioned yourself well, though. You're deep in secluded alleyways. Not a lot of them have noticed you. So the situation doesn't seem to be getting worse as you cut through this first set and begin working your way west. As you move on, it looks as though the most direct route to get to where you're trying to go is directly west across a small square, but there's a lot of the undead there. You could curve around to the north, but you don't. Looks like the route of those streets is a bit more confusing. You're not sure it'll take you directly where you want to go. Do you want to try to sneak around, or do you want to fight your way through?
If there's literally hundreds in there, then probably sneak around.
Yeah, Doc used that cool thing, so.
Cool. All right. You guys
Casey
move off
just
to
hears
the
it.
north. Yeah,
Casey
please
hears
make
the call in his head.
Please make another stealth roll with the bonus from Oswald Trace.
Haha! Oh, come on!
20.
I'll spend a spark to reroll.
Thank God.
Everyone loses Doc. Where the hell is she?
Better. 22.
Hey, we did good.
Nice. Yeah, moving through these tight alleyways, it looks like you're avoiding again the main bulk of the undead in the streets. Everyone who can make an attack at range, again, please make an attack. Some of the zombies do find you, though. You're not going unnoticed. You're just avoiding the major crowds of them.
Can Peach mutter some vicious mockery under her breath? Try and set some of the zombies with disadvantage.
I'm not doing anything so specific. If you can make any kind of range attack, just you can make that.
Alright.
That can just be the roll for the flavor
Okay,
of the
that's the roll.
vicious mockery.
Yeah, I guess I will reroll that. Use a breath to reroll. That's a little better than a 1.
Alright, please choose again 3 people to not be attacked as the undead begin to crowd into the tight alleyways.
Same, or should we have mercy on Esmond?
Mercy on Esmond. I'll trade off with him.
Esmond's a tank.
I say no to that.
Esmond volunteers as tribute.
Alright, then I guess it's the same.
Please make dexterity or strength saving throw.
Hell yeah.
Doing flips off walls.
Nice. That's already? Yeah. You guys manage to blast back the zombies approaching from the south, and then the ones that break through the nearby window, manage to cut them down. None of you are bitten. You move your way farther along to the north. As you begin to curve around through the streets, you come to a narrow bridge that should wind its way from the north and then on south to the place you want to go. But you see that the bridge has collapsed. There's just running water going through that river. It's pretty wide, fast. What do you want to do to get across?
How far is the jump?
15 feet.
Oh, fuck.
15, 1-5.
No, you can make it, Doc.
Yeah, 15-foot jump.
Are we gonna go across or not?
I mean, I can jump it or flit across. Who would be
Give her
stuck
a
on the
rope.
spot? Who else?
Give her a rope. We'll...
Yeah. I mean, I could throw a rope back to y'all. And Peach would kind of look at the rest of the group and say, I've got a rope. But I'm not gonna jump over there unless you all are gonna come over there with me. Right? We're all deciding to do this together, right?
Getting wet
Sorry.
isn't so bad, is it, Casey? We can get our way across.
Can I get a quick fill in? Sorry.
15-foot jump over an ice cold river.
The
Peach
bridge
is
is
offering to Misty step across and then throw you all a rope. But she's not going to do it unless you all promise to follow her across this river.
Yeah, the bridge is out.
Charlotte would obviously just start moving toward it. She looks over at Casey and is like, I can't believe you aren't already over it. And then she's going to start running.
No, Shalati,
Ava gets prepared.
I can just do it quiet and throw you all a rope so that then you'll have a rope, at least. You told me don't run across the things. You need to slow down, Shalati. You told me don't be rash like this. You yelled at me when I did this last time.
Peach shouts, I assume as Shalati leaps.
Yes.
Is your strength 15 or
like-
more, Shalati?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, yeah, you can pass it with ease. Peach, what were you saying? Sorry, I interrupted.
Peach is shouting, but shouting like Sato voice, like do not do this, Shalati. Like hissing more than yelling. She's not gonna try to bring zombies to us all.
Yeah, with a strength of 15 or more, you can long jump this gap with ease, landing on the other side. If you're trying to jump and your strength's below 15, you'll require.
No,
I
Casey.
will have to roll.
Yeah, Casey would be hot on the heels of Shalati as she said that.
Casey and Shalati go leaping across. Casey's your strength 15 or more?
Nope.
Need you make an athletics ability check, please.
Can
That's
I
my best
try to assist them?
Potentially. How would you do that?
You can try.
Just gonna have a little bit of a little extra push after they leap in the air in the direction towards the bridge.
You're trying to rocket jump
Mm.
us?
Yes. Well, come on, Kate.
He's so
Poetry.
good at this. It's his best thing. It's his best thing. He's so good at jumping.
The encouraging butt slap from Ava.
Is that one gonna stand?
No. So, yeah, Casey. As Casey gets slapped in the butt by Ava running by.
It's invisible.
Yeah.
He still feels it.
Yeah, Casey glances back and raises an eyebrow at Doc as he approaches the ledge and just jumps while still looking back at Doc.
I'll use this instead.
Are you casting guidance on?
Yeah, it's a little butt slap of guidance. There you go.
This is 24.
Alright, yeah. Casey makes the leap with Shalati. They both land on the other side. Just as you land there are some undead that begin making their way towards the group that hasn't crossed yet.
Aria,
And-
you're up.
Right. Wait, who else is on the side with me? Is it Ez? Me? Ava?
And Peach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peach. Alright, I'm not worried about Peach. You can just...
Also, apparently this jump ain't so bad. 15 strength? I have that.
All right. Well, you should. I'm gonna guidance as.
Charlotte has rope as well. She was going to just,
May
like
the
send it
maiden
across.
light your step.
He's just waiting for rope.
All right, as you guys are setting up what to do, undead begin to pour out from the alleys toward you. So you guys are separated on your two sides. Shalati, Casey on one side, the others on the other side, with Array in the midst of doing her jump.
In order to...
So-
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, to slow... Is there a bit of a bottleneck where the bridge would be before where the zombies would be? Where they were... Yeah.
No. The bridge isn't there, so this is just shore on both sides.
Got it.
I'm guidancing is.
Okay, but Araya is jumping over currently.
I was
Array
guidancing.
will be occupied. Array will be occupied with the jump. If you're not Araya, please make a ranged attack. These creatures are coming toward you. And then Araya, make your athletics check.
Yep, that's what I thought it was gonna be.
Can Charlotte try to help Araya by
Are you gonna lasso me?
Hell yeah.
Like
How was
a
that?
sheep?
Like she's already starting to throw the rope across, and she sees Araya fumbling and is going to
Give me anything.
instead kind of lash it out at her.
If you want to forego your attack, you could do
Yes. Yeah.
that. So you can help, and so then Araya, you get to roll that again.
Oh, one more.
No.
Y'all,
Can I
this
forego-
is not my thing.
No, hold.
Why did you
can
jump?
Can I forego my attack?
I think just one person will be able to help.
I'm not looking to help. I'm looking to react to Araya's failed jump.
Just gonna get wet. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do?
Featherfall, first level.
Now I get a float.
Wait a second. Okay. Can we? No, I can't use a reaction. Never mind. I would do something fun, but I think it's too late. I'm gonna blow some wind your direction.
Yeah, the gust won't work, but the featherfall, I think, could work. Interesting. I'm trying to think. So.
Well, you could push me 5 feet. Featherfall.
Trying to think about the feather fall on someone who's jumped. Does it arrest both their forward movement or just the down movement? That's interesting.
I land gently into the river.
Is it like a hang glider?
I mean, it's just rate of descent, but it doesn't say anything about x-axis motion.
No, it doesn't. Interesting. Yeah.
Pull her over like a kite,
Let's see
Shalati.
if you. Let's see. I'm just thinking about the feather fall like glitching off the map. Okay, no, I think it's fine. So spend that spell slot, and you cast Feather Fall in an area where she would have plunged into the water. Instead, she goes flying across right towards Shalati.
Oh.
Okay.
As that's. So you.
No, sorry, we got immediate things to do. So not Araya, not Esmond, not Shalati. Roll a ranged attack. If you have not yet.
Yes, you did.
I rolled mine as well.
My firebolts have been fire, man. I had 18 damage on my first one, 16 on this one for a cantrip.
Which one did you roll, Eva?
Just to make them fall over, basically.
We'll just make a range attack because I'm not rolling like saving throws for it.
Oh, okay.
Just cast life on them. that instantly kills undead.
I think I only have one spell that I roll for. Alright.
Yeah, I'm using my sling to stand in for Vicious Mockery. Just any attack roll, right?
All
Yep.
right.
Did poorly.
Pick one person who is not Araya to actually, no, it can be kind of that too. Yeah, pick one person who won't be attacked.
Ava.
Actually,
Ava.
two people.
Ava and
Ava and Peach.
All right. Everyone else, please roll a dexterity saving throw or strength saving throw. Shalati, you'll be disadvantaged.
Ava, it's because we got that human DNA that gotta protect us.
I guess I will do that again with a breath. That's nicer.
Nice. All right, so
Can I use a reaction for the zombie that is attacking Esmond to try to do some spell?
Yeah, what reaction spell do you want to cast?
This one. So it pushes potentially the zombie back or gives him disadvantage. It's a saving throw spell, but maybe it'll help.
Does a saving throw count as an ability check?
No. Okay, yeah, so it's like blinding them, knocking them back, something like that?
Mm-hmm. Just like, blah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you'll get resistance to this. And who are you using this on?
For the one attacking Esmond.
Okay, so you'll have resistance to this damage, Esmond. So everyone except for Peach and Ava took 11, looking at 11 points of damage as zombies are crowding and biting, and you're fighting them off.
I am.
I have
We
I have
didn't really
resistance, so that's half.
heal, did we?
You guys only had a few moments of a break in the town square.
Okay, so it's still Esmond, Ava, and Peach on the other side of the bridge together.
Yes.
But as you do have a
Esmond-
guidance.
Esmond is going to take one end of the rope, tie it around Ava, and
No, I got it. Trust me. Just go. Promise. I've got it.
Yep, you're not transmitting.
Oh, sorry about that. Esmond will take the rope instead, tie it around himself, knowing, trusting Ava, knowing Peach is going to be fine as well, and yell across the bridge, "Somebody take the other side of this rope, please!" Jump, and I'm going to cast levitate on myself midair. As not using a spell slot. This is actually just a racial thing. Jump, and as he begins to descend, failing this jump, there's no reason I should try. Small sparks of lightning, similar to when he casts Shocking Grasp, are going to begin to arc around his body, almost picking him up at the feet, and the heat from these little strikes of lightning are seemingly holding Esmond aloft as he just stands there with a rope tied around his.
Nice. All right, you can forego your jump roll as you sail across the gap. Who's still left on the original shore?
Peach and Ava.
Just Peach and Ava.
Ava, you can go.
You hear more, the creatures beginning to approach. Not there yet.
Ava, you go next. I can get over there and lickety split. Let me hold off the. You get getting.
She looks at her and goes and sort of like nods once and says, "No time to argue, I guess." And then she pauses for just a second and says, with a small smile, "I've been watching you." She sort of starts to scamper a little, and then, with a wave of her hand, appears on the other side with Misty Step. stumbles a little bit on the other side of it. Whoa. And she looks back over at Peach and is like waving frantically for her to get over.
Peach would Misty step over herself if she's allowed to do so.
Ooh, all right, yeah. 3 zombies converge on where Peach just was. She vanishes, appears on the other side. Those are on the southern side of the shore. There's a wave of zombies emerging from the alleyway coming toward you. Everyone who can attack at range, make a roll.
Let's see, 1 sec.
You know, if we're just standing on the other side, Casey hasn't moved yet.
2 of those zombies are glowing and people would get advantage.
Okay, we'll say any 2 people who want to can re-roll their rolls.
Me. I'll take one of
I'll take one too.
Yeah. Since we're just standing there, Casey is also advantaged. The 19 damage on this one. Actually, I know the first.
All right, nicely done. Choose 4 people to not be attacked.
How out is
I'd like to not
Ava,
be attacked this round.
Esmond, Peach, Aurea.
That's 4.
Yeah, that feels good.
Please
How's
make
Casey looking though?
saving throws for Casey and Ava. Casey, Ava, Charlotte. Or Casey and Charlotte?
Case and Charlotte.
Yeah. All right. You guys both managed to avoid the zombies that leap at you, cutting them down. As your group moves away from the shore that's now on your north, ducking into the alleyways of the buildings just north of the Fisker where you're trying to reach. Just tell me a story as for each of you as you're fighting off these stray zombies as they come lunging at you as you make your way into the alleyways and out of sight.
Ava is standing in the wake of, I imagine, Shalati behind her with a shield mostly pulled up, sort of close to her body and just about where her eyes are. Her hand, her free hand is waving constantly as the undead are kind of pushed around and shuffled. Some of them fall down, others light up. But for the most part, she's just sort of trying to, she keeps ducking and avoiding anything that's coming in and grabbing at her.
I think for Shalate, she is, with Ava backed up behind her, she is turned into a dervish of the rattling chain as she sends it out at farther away targets, and then the shield with the other as she hits away any that come too close. With Islan on the other side of her, sort of bracketing Ava, also ducking and bobbing, weaving, sometimes circling around to hit some of the zombies from behind. And it seems occasionally that whenever she hits, there's a flash of actinic blue light that then it seems like her strikes actually have some force before she immediately goes back into a sort of gelid state.
I imagine that Peach is moving, much like Ava, shielded by her more active companions, but she's keeping up a low level, almost narration, but it's she's talking like how they talk in musicals, so there's a cadence to it, and she's just constantly insulting the zombies. and it's mostly reasonable things, but occasionally, and you don't even look good. You know, you think you're dead, you're supposed to have your face painted on, but you aren't even holding it together. I don't know how you're moving, let alone, you know, your bones are falling apart, your skin's falling off. How are you holding it together? You need to collapse. You are a bag of bones. And while she's doing this, she's just sort of skipping backwards but following along with her friends, sort of doing the like keeping her back to the others, dodging out of the way of out of the insults that she's throwing, and as she's dodging those that come too close to her, she's making very few, not landing any blows, but several cutting remarks.
Ismond is doing a lot of twisting around and ducking, throwing his shield up to prevent zombies from staggering and getting him as he launches firebolts in between where he can. And whenever he blocks a zombie, Typhon will whips around to the other side of him and just takes the head off the creatures. And it's just a twister of firebolts being launched and zombies splattering into decrepit piles as they run.
Casey looks at Araya and points at himself, points back at himself, points at Araya. I'll do it. And he kind of runs up onto the wall and lays flames down on the zombie that's approaching them, and then slides forward into another group of them, kind of ducking into the middle of them, and then just flames burst out from the inside of them as he spins out of it, the embers kind of flying off of him, steam rising into the cool air. He ducks over swiftly near where Shalati is laying waste to the undead, and he smiles at her and then turns to the visage of Ishalon and says, "Welcome back," and then ducks away again and lays another fire down in front of a zombie that's approaching.
She winks back.
Then Araya, tell us as you're finishing up the last of the zombies that are coming in.
Nearly breathless, pulling from like the last vestiges of any power she has left in her, brilliant light shining from her hands, streaking towards the last shambling mass that at least they can see in this alleyway, illuminated briefly before collapsing in a heap of bones.
You've all managed to duck your way into a dead-ended alley with some rain barrels and old crates. As you hear shambling beyond the buildings around you, you realize looks as though you've lost them for now.
Can anyone see the Physicker's office from here?
Can we?
Yeah, you're safe in. You're currently secluded in this blind alleyway, but you don't have any visibility outside. You're sort of tucked between some buildings. You know that the Physiker, at least according to the map, should be just south of you.
How long have we been running for?
30 minutes? 45 minutes, maybe?
Ooh.
I don't know. I can go check.
Let's let the actual air support run through that first, actually, before we send any of our own. And Zephyrus will take off and see if he can locate the Physiker's office, and I'll even meld minds and see through his eyes, if possible.
Yeah, it doesn't take you very long at all, just popping up into the air and looking over this cluster of buildings just to the south. You can see that there's a small square, not nearly as big as the square at the Travelers District, but you do see what seems to be, according to at least the signs, Fisker's office, an apothecary. It looks like maybe an herb supplier.
Desmond will pop back. Okay, yeah. I think we're just a couple blocks actually. It's right around the corner. Really?
Shotty elbows him a little bit, which might end up meaning that she kind of chucks him in the shoulder. And does mean you don't consider, are you implying you don't consider Zephyrus as one of us? And grins.
Yeah, of course he's one of us. He just has better advantage in the air.
She doesn't even wait for a response, then she's just starting to like poke her head out of the alley to see if there's a safe way to get to it.
Yeah, roll an actual individual stealth roll. I believe you still have passive trace.
Correct.
Should be up for an.
She is going to, I think she has stuck the halberd in the ground, so hopefully that is not giving her the disadvantage. Anyway. Or I guess to the clay. Anyway. Oops.
Ooh.
She's a
Nice.
ghost.
Yeah, you move silently through those tight alleyways and then peek out into the square. You can see that there are, looks like 3 of the zombies lumbering around in the square. That's it. A lot of them seem to have moved on. Looking around for a moment more, they definitely have not noticed you. There might be more inside the buildings, but out in the square itself, you only see the 3.
Well, she was specifically looking for a non-zombied way through like around the edge of the square, like if there's back alleys and whatnot, or parallel streets.
Well, I just mean the square itself, where the facade of the Fisker is facing into.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to sneak? Sorry, do you want to sneak further than this?
Yeah, she was trying to find a safer route, I think. Or honestly, I don't know that she would have really gone all that far, because mostly what she could see from an easy route, since Esmond had already sent Zephyrus out. So I guess she'll just pop back and say, unless there's an easy, you can send your buddy around to find a non-zombie route. Seems like there's those 3 in the square.
Yeah, you heard her. Give it a look. Send Zephyrus off, and he'll see if he can find any streets or alleys that can avoid all zombies at all to get us into the square.
I mean, if you wanted to go all like circumvent, like circle around the entire square to try to go around, approach the Fisker from like the back, you could do that. But honestly, based on what you're seeing through Zephyrus, you're going to run into more zombies doing that. Although I should mention, I'm probably a caveat worth saying there. Those other zombies, even though there'd be more of them, you could probably encounter them 1 at a time instead of 3 at once.
Come back, report. Yeah, so we can. They're more. They're not as clustered if we take the back way, but we are going to have to take out 1 or 2 at a time, give or take, as opposed to just handling the 3 that are in the square right now. So it's just a matter of how we want to tackle this, I guess.
Which one's noisier?
Well, that kind of depends on us, I suppose. All right, can you still do that silence bubble?
Once, but that's. I really don't have much left after that, though.
That's all we really need, right?
Might be worth it.
Until we leave the physical. Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll have a chance to get some rest in the physical.
If we can get in there quietly, that should give us some time to recover a little bit.
And even if there are more zombies inside the Physiker, the walls will help blunt some of the sound.
Right, okay. Where do you need it?
She kind of squats down on the ground and draws a really rough map in the dirt of the road and says, this is, I think, what I saw the Physiker, and she looks at Esmond for confirmation. And these are where I saw the zombies, if they haven't moved from there.
Esmond's actually over your shoulder, and as you are drawing out this very roughly sketched out map, he's going back over it and defining everything, making it look a little bit nicer, more clear.
A more true bird's eye view.
Right. Okay. Yes. So she can cast this from quite some distance, so she's just going to get to where she can see it, the area that they've...
Yeah. As you sneak to move into position, roll stealth, please.
Ooh, I think Ava's gonna go with her, actually.
Are you gonna mess up my stealth?
I hope not. Let's see. No, I'm not. It's not too bad.
All right. Yeah, you sneak to the edge of the alleyway, looking out. As you see the zombies lumbering around in the square, you can see, though, you could get 2 of them at once with your silent spell, but the third one would not be included.
Mentally, I let Casey know. It's still active, right? The
Yeah,
whisperings?
it was 6 hours, so
Oh, okay.
I think we're good.
Get 2, not 3. Is that okay?
Which way are they facing? Chris.
And they're just kind of lumbering around. They're changing direction reasonably often.
Yeah, you hear in your head. Yeah, just kill the third one quick and quietly.
Oh, just no big deal, right? Yeah.
Do you need a knife?
I have a knife. It's a really creepy knife, but I have a knife. Okay. She's going to cast silence.
Wait, should we get into position first?
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and cast it. We're not there.
I'm gonna hold it. I hold it for 10 minutes, so.
Okay. One of the Ava's gonna try after she sees or whatever. She's gonna actually no. She asked Rhea. All right. So if you can only get 2 of them, which 2 are you gonna get? Left or right?
No. What? Me?
You said you can only put silence on a couple of them, right?
Yeah, on the 2 we got 1. Okay.
Okay. Well. Wait for a second. I want to try to have it so his back is towards us, and then I'll try to keep him that way.
Okay.
All right. Let me know when.
Okay, well, there's one problem. Casting the silent spell itself is loud.
Oh.
Ironically.
Yeah, I don't have wait, hold on. Let me make sure I don't have subtle spell. But I am 120 feet potentially away.
Oh, damn. Well.
There is some kind of thing about how far speaking extends, or how far it's heard. I don't remember what it is, though.
All right. How far away are we right now? Because that'll depend on what Ava can actually contribute.
Probably from this alleyway. You're probably 40 feet or so away from them.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's just do it at the same time. Try to get the one whose back is... Make sure his back is facing us so he can't wheel around, I guess. Fuck, he can probably turn his head anyway.
I gotta see which spells don't have concentration.
Rhea hears in her head. I mean, just kill the one not in the silence first. Otherwise, it'll yell and bring the others.
I'm taking the one outside of my spell. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And she's gonna cast Firebolt at it.
Well, the rest of us. I think while they're doing that, Charlotte is going to try and get into position to be very close so that she can spring out and rush. When it sounds like the spell has been cast.
Well, silence, yes. Firebolt about to be.
Casey turns to the others in the room. It's like Array and Doc are taking care of the three in the square there.
Okay.
Oh.
Have you cast silence? Did you cast it?
I did cast silence, and then I'm gonna follow on a fire.
All right. Yeah, looks like you're just far enough away in that alley as you cast your silence spell. They don't seem to notice. Two of them are enveloped in it. The third one is not, but does not turn toward you just at the casting of silence.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought that was that. Yes. And she's gonna firebolt the non-silenced.
When she, I don't know if I can get
Fireball
this.
flies out.
Wait. Oh.
Shalate is running after
I'm
it,
just saying.
or along with it.
Shalate leaps out from the alleyway.
And hopefully these things get off in time. Oh wait, I gotta roll.
Can Esmond also come out of the alleyway and do range stuff?
Probably this first round will just be the people who are already in position.
All right, I'm gonna try one more. I keep rolling low on my attacks, which is, it makes sense for the character, but damn.
Have you tried just rolling higher numbers?
There we go.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Huzzah! Okay. So 2 bolts, one of the zombies that is not in silence and one of the ones that is, are now lit up.
All right, the firebolt hits first and bursts into flames. Then the guiding bolt hits as Shalate is running, making a sprint toward it.
I think while she's en route, when she gets a little bit closer, but hopefully still outside of the range of the silence spell, since I assume it's not necessarily visible, she is whispering, "Oh, well, she doesn't know this."
We did make dirt drawings, and you told me what felt best for you. So you
Yeah. No, it's just something else, unrelated, but not related to what you're doing. Kind of related to what you're doing. It doesn't matter. She starts to call out something, and a sibilant sort of hiss, and her eyes flash golden for a moment, and she's trying to draw the attention of the zombies because she doesn't realize they cannot be charmed. And then she's going to keep barreling into the 2 in the silence zone.
All right, the firebolt just hit the one outside the silence, and it's the smoke's rising from its shoulder. It kind of wheels around just as you arrive. Make your attack.
Ishalana is close for hills, I think.
Yeah. And you have advantage because of the guiding bolt.
Huzzah! Consistent.
Same anyway.
All right, tell me the story as you dispatch this one not in the silence.
She slides into it, and there's a moment of almost ringing in her ears as she goes from the normal sounds of running and panting and her trying to cast this, trying to draw its attention, and then it suddenly goes everything dead silent in a way that she's never heard. And you see it almost in slow motion as, without a trace of sound, the zombie's head flies off and rolls. And then suddenly you hear the sound of it going, and it brushes up against the edge of the visitor's building.
Nice. Asmund, you arrive in position with the others just as you see the 2 zombies in the silence. They whip around at the glow that's emitted from one of them, and you see their mouths opening as though they're screaming, but no sound comes out. What do you guys want to do?
Magic missile at 2nd level on one of them.
All right.
So that'll be 4 dart.
Okay. And Araya, Shalati, Ava, what are you guys doing?
Ava's gonna light both of the zombies up again.
Okay.
Try to.
Oh, the one that Asmund was aiming toward. Tell me a story, Asmund.
Not too dissimilar from previous, or from earlier magic missiles just this day. The 4 darts, uh, Esmond draws a halo above his head, and it shrinks and forms into 4 darts that take off immediately, hitting that sphere of silence, so nothing can be heard, and instead, everyone just watches the 4 impacts just explode against this undead's body as it falls apart into just a bunch of pieces.
And there's one left. You see it beginning to move towards the edge.
Ishtalan did not stop when Shalati stopped to address the one that was outside of it, and she pulls ahead and dives into this zone of silence, the dagger flashing out from the hilt at the back, or sheath at the back of her, in the small of her back, arrowing out toward it as Shalati spins and starts to move after her.
And make an advantaged attack.
Interestingly, as she does this, you see Shalati moving and striking with the glaive as though she's standing, hitting at something, but not actually. There's nothing actually there for her to hit in front of her.
Alright. Yeah, the dagger cuts across the creature, tearing it open, but it's still standing.
Casey turns to Peach and presumably Sal. It's like, maybe we should get in there. Scratches the back of his head.
Alright.
There's something that way.
Alright, what do? You see the creature near the edge of the silence, engaged with a ghostly image of Shalati.
She flings one small firebolt cantrip.
Yes!
I got piddling shit left right now.
Make your attack.
Yes! A fate point, Jesus!
Is that one gonna stand?
No, this one's gonna stand.
Holy shit, 19?
Tell me the story.
Yeah.
Just like a little bit of sweat trickles down her brow as she's trying to hold the silent spell while also remembering the spell for a firebolt, seeing that it's about to go out, and just like in a panic, she tosses it. It almost goes straight into Shalati's sister ghost, and just with a whispered prayer, it curves just around to the zombie, catching it aflame.
In response to what Casey said to Peach and Sal, Peach just kind of watches Araya's fireball go out, looks over at Casey, says, I think they got it.
Yeah, Casey's face lights up, both with joy and from the fire explosion that just came from Araya. Yeah, I think you're right.
Eva turns to Araya. You're really good at hitting stuff with that.
I don't get to practice stuff like this at the temple.
You're a natural. Starts to move towards across the square. Sneakily.
Yeah. So the 3 zombies in the Fisker Square lie dead. Looks as though that's all of them for now. Salander, just to catch you up, you guys have been running from the previous town square, the Travelers District, as it was overrun with the undead. You probably have some books in tow. You guys curved around to the northern part of the town, crossed a river where the bridge was broken, and now you've made it to the Fiskers Square. Taking a quick look around, it looks as though no more zombies in the immediate area.
Looking a little bit around, I think Ava goes and stands over one of the corpses that is not alight, one of the ones that was cut down maybe by Shalati, and just sort of like looks at it for a second, and just sort of standing there as if, again contemplating something.
Salinger, we've taken out maybe 10% of the population.
When you say it that way.
That is a gross overestimation. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm 99% certain that is overestimating it by a ton.
That's like the 99% of the population that remains.
Yeah.
Someone should check out inside. Make sure it's clear. She says, still staring at the dead body.
Not me. I'm gonna
Spoken like a true physiker.
concentrate on this one.
Can't we send your,
Shalate's on the on it. She's gonna try and open the door, see if it's locked.
As you reach the front door of the Fisker's office, it's already ajar. Pushing open a bit more, you see drawers are open. Looking around, there's some things on the floor, but the vast majority of supplies have been taken from the shelves. Looks like someone was here before you. All the medicinal goods gone, a lot of the tools are gone.
Looks pretty ransacked. I guess that shouldn't be surprising, but the walls are still solid. And she kind of experimentally shoves the door, see if it's still solid or if it's broken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like no, it wasn't broken in. Somebody opened it. And there may still be supplies here, but someone was definitely here before you.
Door's still solid. Might still be a good place to at least hunker down for a bit, catch a breath.
Casey or Sal, you guys want to check the herbalism shops and the apothecary?
Sure. Something we're looking for, specifically?
Survivors.
I'm happy to help you look around too, Ava. I might not know which medicines are what, but I'm certainly in better shape than some of the folks here. And Peach, although covered in blood and things, is unharmed.
Slightly looks at the dead zombies and says, should we maybe hide them? I don't think the zombies are very smart, but if their master comes around, it might be a sign. Having them dead right outside of the door.
No, it's okay. I got this one, I think. You guys just
Alright.
check the store.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to the herbalist? Salinger, you approach. You find a similar thing. Front door already open. Looking inside. Yeah, someone was here before you. There's still things here. But yeah, somebody definitely has been raiding this place for supplies.
I think his first instinct would be to look around and check for alternate entrances beyond the door, like kind of like the trapdoor in the bar, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, you go searching around. As Salinger's doing that, what's everyone else doing?
Armea is going to, on the inside of the physiker, sit down and just take a breather for a minute. Shit, I used all my healing. She's gonna just take a breather.
Esmond is just going to mention to whoever goes out, just be cautious for traps or anything. These places might have been ransacked, but there's also a chance that people have set up traps to get the undead. And Esmond's actually hearing what Ava had said earlier, is actually going to approach her and kind of he's going to quietly approach her and just kind of whisper against her, and they'll have a minor conversation, I guess, kind of out of earshot of everyone.
Unless Sal would have actively prevented it, Peach would have tried to tail behind him, saying, "You ain't going alone. We are going to stick together, and you are hurt." Sal, just kind of following him in his coattails.
So you're helping him like search the herbalist shop? Okay.
Was there another shop that Doc said?
And there's an alchemist.
Yeah, Casey will go there.
You hear Esmond in your mind, booby traps.
Esmond, a spooky ghost.
I'm the conscience that you never listen to or heed advice from. Booby trap.
Casey, as you approach the front of the alchemist's shop, unlike the other two, it looks like some damage was done here. The wood on the doors burned and broken inward. As you look inside, you can see that it's a mess. This place has been ransacked as well. But noticeably, the center of the floor, the main, I guess, front portion of the alchemy shop, there's looks like an acidic burn, 10 feet by 10 feet or so, right in the middle of the floor, burned down through the wood. Seems to go down to the ground.
Well, what happened here? Yeah, I'll kind of take a look around while looking out for traps.
Let's see. So Salinger, advantage with Peach's help. Make a perception check. Casey as well. And if was anyone actually searching the inside of the Physiker?
Yeah. I think Charlotte do will. Well, they should have danced over Araya and as.
Okay, yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay. Wait, Casey, you had advantage, right?
Yeah,
I
just
thought
Salinger.
that was for Sal. with
Oh,
Peach.
okay.
Looks good. Yeah, you guys find some supplies, some potions, and things like that. Some reagents that still seem like they'll be useful.
Yeah, Casey will look for, hidden underfloor compartments and stuff where hideouts might be and whatnot as well.
Okay. Well, let me have everyone, the same people, roll investigation.
My best thing.
Yeah, same.
I want a hand to come out from nowhere and feed me food, Jess.
Yeah. It needs every spice, though.
Where's my magic food taster?
In this moment in the campaign, that would be the worst result.
Oh wait, here we go. I got one. Amazing.
Salinger, as you pull a rug away, yeah, you see that there is a large trapdoor that seems to go downward.
Peach, Esmond said to watch for traps. I think I should just open this thing.
No, I think this is likely a trap.
You ever experienced a trap before? What do they look like?
A trap door like this looks like it's clearly some kind of trap something. We experienced, no, not a trap. That was just a locked door, but we all really helped Casey with it once. That was trap-like.
You know how to disable one? I could just kick it really hard.
No, I could try. I mean, I don't know if I got the tools or things, but let me try to, finagle the thing before you kick it in. Or at least we should, see if we can make sure that, I don't know, knock on the thing. See if there's someone below. We don't want to get lockpicking and get, struck down or shot or blown up.
If I was making a trap, I'd make it part of the lock. Put your little key in there, try and pick it around, and spike right through the head. And that's what I'd do.
Yeah, no, I do something like that too, except maybe have the whole door explode out. That way it could also serve as an exit strategy if you're inside there. Because if you're locking something up, you're probably locking something in.
I know, but then it only works once. Mine, repeat use.
Well, that's true.
Remind
Well, it doesn't
me
look
to
like this
never
had
go
been
near.
used because we had to pull the rug away. So it's probably not a trap that anyone's using. I think we can probably just break it in. If it was trapped, it wouldn't have had the rug over.
Do a conk 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 conk. Wait.
You were not there,
Conk
Araya.
conk. Dang it! I was hoping you were in the physiker.
Sal was about to knock anyway. Sal knocks on the door.
Yeah. Any response?
Nothing.
Well, it's not a social trap.
All right.
Oh, wait.
You said you might be able to pick it.
Hold on. Casey, roll perception check.
Oh no.
That's my best thing.
It's Casey. He's just come from underneath. They're connected by an underground passageway.
16.
Yeah, you hear a knocking sound coming from the hall, the center of the apothecary.
Zombies don't normally knock. Everyone in Casey's mind lake hears zombies don't normally knock, right?
Ooh, it could be a survivor. Knock back with a conk 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 conk. Wait, and then conk conk.
Are either of us in the mind link, Sal or Peach?
But I think both of you are.
But we don't hear Ray. We just hear Casey saying, "Zombies don't knock, do they?"
Yeah.
Yeah, Casey. Salander knocked. He ain't a zombie as far as I know.
Hang on, I'm gonna try something Araya suggested. Did you hear the knocking?
Knock?
Yeah, knock.
I'm so happy right now. I'm so sorry. I'm yes.
No response.
We don't get a response to the knock on our end either. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
If you're a survivor in there, come on out. Your rescue is here. If you're a zombie, come on out. It's time to be put down.
No response.
At the place where Sal and Peach are, Peach has a similar thought and goes, "Hey, anyone alive out down there? Anyone?"
Well, you're shouting into like a closed door.
I mean, yeah, she's gonna like, all right, fine. So she'll look at Sal and she'll go, "Well, I guess we'll give it a try. Maybe it ain't even locked, but I'll sure give it a try lockpicking it." And Peach will attempt the
Oh,
lock.
before we do that, is there like a lock and a key, or is it just
Yeah,
like
is
black?
there like what does it look like here?
There's just a handle.
Okay. Well, nothing to pick. I don't know how this track's gonna work, if there is one. Ez said to watch out, and Ez is the smartest person I know. He's gonna find a board or something and try to like use a lever to open it from a distance.
Okay. Yeah, you find a piece of wood, stick it in there, and try to lever it open.
Wait. Peach hides behind Salinger.
Okay. You hear rattling, and it seems to be locked. And then Casey, from the hole, you hear sound of like a metal clanking sound, wood and metal, something heavy noise.
Maybe it is a zombie.
Sal whispers to Peach. I think he's hearing us.
How is he hearing us and we're not hearing him?
He snaps his.
I heard a knock sound, and then he said, at least he thought.
Well, we made a knock sound, but then we didn't hear him knocking back. Hang on. And in the mind link, Peach will say, "Hang on, Casey. Let me tell me if you hear this all." And then she'll do the knock, 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 knock.
Yeah, Casey, you hear it.
Is that Wait, is that you? That was just you, Peach.
I mean, I did just knock. It would be awfully coincidental if it was something
Casey.
else.
Yeah, Casey opens the door.
There's no door to open. There's just a big hole and burning
Oh,
in
the
the
hole.
floor.
Okay, then,
Oh, in the hole.
so he's hearing it echoing out of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
In that case,
Ah.
Peach kind of glances at Salinger and says, I think this is, I was joking about it being connected before. I think this is not just a trapdoor. I think this is an escape tunnel. And that probably at least where Casey is. So,
Yeah, I got a hole in the middle of this building, and he drops the ball of fire down into the hole to kind of illuminate the area and see what's down there.
Drop the ball down there. It's the bottom. Kind of gets extinguished as it falls into something.
Well,
any beat on how deep that is on your end, Casey?
I mean, it doesn't look good down here. Whatever's under here is no survivors. Yeah.
Well, if it's connected to you, it could be connected to other parts of the city.
I still think we should break open this door, Sal. What do you say?
I can pull it really hard, but
Well, let me finagle it first. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's going to be and
Sal hides behind Peach.
Smash cut to the physiker. Shotty's like, this just take a really long time.
no, Peach is too chicken shit to actually try the lock if it seems to lead. She goes, I think we need to pull more folks in on this. I don't want to do this sort of thing without checking with Shalai, because last time she got really mad at me, and I don't want her to be mad at me again. So,
Well, go get her then. I'll give it a little tug. Maybe it's gonna try
instead,
to open
in
it.
her head, she hollers to Casey. Casey, tell Shalati that she should come over here, maybe, please.
She's in the physiker. I mean, I can go tell her there's not much left
No,
in here.
Tell her with your thinking thoughts. Send the message on.
There's no response.
Peach tells Cylinder, I told Casey to tell Shalati to come on over, but
It's fine. I'm just going to open it. I'm just going to pull the door really hard with a lock check. That's fine.
Yeah, when you finally put some elbow grease into it, you hear like whining of the metal hinges and then a crack and it comes off. And you've broken the door off.
was it trapped?
I think I sprained something, maybe. Let's see what's down there a little more clearly. He's going to use his drift globe, which can actually float, like a little floating flashlight.
Yeah, you activate it and it pale white light pours out. Looking down there, you can see a ladder that it goes down. And you see like crates, barrels. It looks like storage for the herbalist shop.
Yeah, let's get everybody else. This seems valuable. Maybe a safer way to leave or a place to at least rest more safely than staying in one of these buildings.
I don't know if I'd say safe. Isn't it burned out at the other hand? Whatever this is.
Yeah, safer either way. And he's going to start heading over to the physical where everybody else is with Peach if she's following.
Peach would too, yeah. Peach is not staying behind.
Sounds good.
She would kind of kick the trapdoor shut a little bit, though.
He rips it off.
It's a shield now.
Ah. Peach puts the rug over the trapdoor.
Now it's a trap.
Now it's a trap.
Okay. So it sounds like after a moment, the people who are exploring have converged on the physiker to join everyone else. Or Casey, did you stay in the apothecary? Casey might be AFK.
Would you
Okay.
say about 15 minutes passed while they were putzing around?
Yeah, sure.
Short rest length of time?
That would no. Short rest is an hour.
Could we take a short rest? I could use 5 minutes to just kind of freshen up and grab another soda.
Oh yeah,
Be right
let's
back.
take a 5-minute break.
I had to emergency do that already.
I'm just now reading the gift chat with Pietro opening a door.
You have reconvened inside the Fisker's office. Yeah, Casey had dropped a little mote of fire down to the basement of the apothecary. That is, it landed in a pool of some kind of viscous liquid. Decided not to explore, and everyone's made their way back. So you're all together again.
Found more underground tunnels, or at least underground storage, at the herbalist.
Be careful though. There's a trap. Somebody unrolled a rug over like a hole in the ground. So be careful. There was a trap after all. It seems you were right, Desmond.
I disabled the door though.
There's a hole in the apothecary too. Just kind of a large opening. It looks like some sort of acid or something had burned through to the basement, which is full of some liquid.
Yeah, it's weird.
No hideout there.
Door is busted off on ours.
What do you mean disabled the door?
Sal is still holding the door.
We brought it with
Hold it
us. And I said I closed the door and I rolled the thing back over it. It's fine.
Anything here in the apothecary?
Just a little bit of supplies, not too much though. Looters took most of the rest of it. Not that I can blame them, really.
Sounds like whatever similar scenario here occurred at the other stores, so it's not a whole lot to recover. It might be worth checking out the tunnels over at the herbalist store that Peach and Sal found. Could be a place to lay low for a little bit of time, recover our energy.
It looked like there were supplies down there, like the storage for the storefront as well. So there might be something useful.
You also, I should mention, you find a trapdoor in the Physiker as well. Not hidden.
Is it clear to us? Are these connected? And is it clear to us that that's the case?
I mean, Shalata would have opened it then.
It's locked.
She would have kicked it and then tried to open it again.
Smash it open. It opens.
See, Shalati did great with the traps too.
Esmond just reaches into his pockets and pulls out like all these tools and shit that he has. Like, this is what I do, though. We don't have to bust open the doors. We need them to close behind us afterwards.
Okay.
This is a door in the ground, though.
I said I closed that last one.
Sal is carrying it with him.
Well, in charge of doors.
I didn't pull it off the hinges, so she lifts it up. It just will not latch.
It was locked. We thought you could rehinge it. We didn't know how to remove the lock. I got it in one piece. I feel like he's disappointed.
I did say I could try to finagle it, but
I'm not
ultimately it was
confused, flabbergasted. I think that's it.
Charlotte's gonna bend down and stick her head into the hole to look around.
See, look, Shalati's checking for more traps. See any traps, Shalati?
This is not how you check for traps, guys.
We didn't go over this in training with Fethedria.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody
Sorry.
kind of get the idea if Cedric was like a little racist too? He always seemed to have like,
You know, he was surprisingly tolerant to me, so I really don't
I know,
have
but he
anything
was
bad
always
to say.
like
Oh, come
pulling
on,
Ava aside for little things.
the
Gross.
man just died.
Anything down there, Shalati?
So, did Shalati go down into the tunnel?
No, she just stuck her head into it.
Okay, yeah. You similarly, you see kind of basically a stairway. Yeah, it goes down. And glancing down, just as far as you can see, there you see like supplies and things like that. Looks like storage.
Was there a
Looks like
ladder in this one
storage.
too?
This one's stairs.
She's gonna go for extending the glaive in front of her, just in case, like waving around to check for traps. Prods the steps and stuff.
Yeah, you start poking around with your
Shalati,
glaive,
no!
clang, scraping, clang, clang, hit this thing. Yeah, no traps so far.
She descends further
Stop,
into
stop,
the cell.
stop!
What?
Stop checking for traps like this.
Well, it seems to be working. I haven't found anything so far.
Okay, hey,
Scratch, there it is.
let me go first. Let me walk ahead first, okay?
Let's tie a rope to him and then he walks ahead first. Yeah.
Sure, okay, whatever.
Why would we tie him up first?
Yes. What if you sent your little flippy flappy friend down?
Wasn't
We
there
can
a
get
hole?
eyes on it without any of us wasting time.
Lottie's at the bottom of the stairs. What is she?
Yeah, getting down to the bottom. Yeah, you see a space for storage. It seems to wind. Well, it's. I'll explain. The underground storage rooms seem offset in the direction of the other buildings, and you realize it extends too far to encompass the silhouette of this building above you. So it looks as though the apothecary, and the Fisker and at least the apothecary share an underground storage space. But as you take a few more steps forward, you realize you're picking up an unusual scent. It's mixed in with the other odors of the city in general, but you realize it's more of an acrid scent, and you find it looks as though some barrels and crates have been dissolved. They've fallen over from where they were stacked, and you see some looks like remaining residue material on the ground.
You said that, Casey. You said that it looked like there was a hole from acid where you went.
Yeah, under the apothecary. Big
And it
hole.
looks like the dissolved barrels. Does it look like something dripped from above, or like what was inside them dissolved them, or they got splattered from something else?
Royal investigation.
It was the hole in the
Can I
floor.
do survival?
I'm glad Shalati went first and not Esmond.
Basement was full of liquid, though.
Hard to tell. Roll a Constitution saving throw. Ooh. Feel fine.
I can't really tell if it's coming from the barrels or from somewhere else. This pile of stuff, how far does it extend? Is it like taking up the entire rest of the cellar?
It seems to be more in the direction of the apothecary's portion of this underground structure.
Anyway, this rooms are really big, and so far as I've gone, it seems pretty safe if you want to come down and look at it yourself. This acid bit seems to be more going. It's bigger than the Physiker, anyway, And this acid bit is more toward the apothecary side, I think.
As you take
Yeah.
another step, you feel and hear a brittle crunch under your boot.
Apothecary
looks down.
basement was flooded with it. Probably is connected, yeah.
What does she step on?
Yeah, as you look down. Damn, maybe it takes you a second to figure it out, but actually roll nature or medicine.
Doing real good.
Hard to tell.
Hey, when hearing Shalati say that it seems safe, Esmond would fall behind. Can I don't know. Can Esmond look around to just to double check Shalati, seeing how thorough she is with her own investigations?
Yeah, as you look down at where she's looking, as when you find something different, a chunk of metal. It's been dissolved on one side. You realize you found like a bit of a shovel, but only about half of it. Half of it's been corroded.
And he picks it up and holds it for Shalati to see. This that's not how a shovel's supposed to look.
Do you think it was this? And she indicates the puddle of stuff.
Uh, don't step in that for just a second. Esmond's gonna just take it.
There's no liquid. Shalati stepped on like an object.
Oh, I thought there was. You said that there was like a evidence of splatter and like puddles more toward the
in the corrosion, but no liquid. Like as though something was
Oh,
there
I see.
before.
Okay.
Oh, so there's no
Sorry.
fluid in this chamber currently.
No, as you look around, you don't see any.
Sorry, there was something about the shine of like all this metal that made me think it was still liquid, but
No, mentioned something about one of the other stores having acid burn in the floor. That probably leads down into here, but I can't imagine that a trap that's vial of acid laid to defend the store from the undead would have traveled all the way this far. DM, is there a trail indicating like a travel of damage through the space, like a trail of corrosion or damage to the surroundings that we can trace and follow?
Moral investigation.
I'm sorry, I rolled a 2. That's my bad.
Yeah, it's honestly hard to
I'm
tell.
gonna
You
roll
can
again. I know. I'm gonna roll again. I'm gonna roll
Okay.
again. I'm gonna burn a.
under a 20. How embarrassing.
I feel embarrassed.
Oh my god.
Fuck this game. This sucks.
Oh my god.
You know what? It's hard to tell. It does seem to be more concentrated in the direction of the apothecary more so than the physical.
I love how my 6 investigation, his 17 got the exact same result.
Like I said, apothecary basement's flooded with that liquid.
I think Shalati is going to pull off the glove and took it off. And then it's just like going to tentatively touch some of the ground that had been looked like it had been corroded to see if it hurts.
It does not. It does not hurt, but it is. It's the dirt is slightly moist.
I don't know what it is. I mean, whatever it is, isn't making my skin burn off, at least. But it still seems slightly wet. Suppose we'll go back on.
Yeah, let's. I don't like this. I'm getting weird vibes. Let's head back up and uh, check the other storage
Wait,
locations and see what they look like.
I want to see if this is just the end of it or if there's any other tunnels that link all of them. The space is definitely bigger than the building above, so I'm just gonna keep walking around.
Esmond is going to cast dancing lights in the space to give us some actual light in the.
Hey, Sal, while they're down there, why don't we try to shut the doors and windows and stuff up here? Just if we're gonna stay here. Make sure this is like as secure as we can make it so they can't get in or see us or anything.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Doc.
Peach, Rhea, do you guys want to help? Oh, I guess Casey's there too. Everyone. She addresses everyone.
Oh, yeah. Wait, we're gonna stay here overnight? Here? We're not gonna go back? Okay, yeah.
I mean, we can try to sneak out again, but it's pretty tough getting in here. If you guys want to, we can try to make it out of town, but
Araya, aren't you exhausted? Girl, you look. I mean, I
Well,
don't mean to.
I could walk and I could probably run, but I'm completely useless.
You should probably sleep.
Sleep sounds, or reading, my book, or, yeah.
Yeah, Eva, I'm happy to help whomever shore up whatever, but Araya needs to sleep.
No, I can, no. I can help.
Yeah.
Just, we'll sleep afterwards. I wasn't, okay, yeah, I just
Araya,
wasn't
girl, I will
deep
make you go
sleeping
to
a
sleep,
zombie
okay?
down.
I don't think you have very many hit points left.
No, Ray and I will help. Yeah. Well, come on.
Absolutely.
And he'll lead
I'll
Ray.
get the short spots, and Casey will get the tall spots.
nice.
Yeah, he'll lead Araya aside and be like, I mean, I know you feel like you have nothing left, but that's definitely not true. There's always
Is
something
this a pep
left.
talk for me? Yeah, no, I have all the faith in the maiden left.
No, my thinking is that the map says there was a hideout near here. I think the zombies knew that too, and they got here first.
No, I think that the people who are still left in the town have been pillaging resources to survive for the last 6 months. I think that this is just natural for I think this is a really good sign, and that us being here, maybe some newcomers will stumble upon us.
I think the thing that happened to the apothecary is anything but natural.
What if that was a booby trap for zombies? What if it was the survivors? I think that this is a really good sign that there's other people still here.
My read on it is that somebody knew there were people hiding out in the basement, and they made it not be the case.
No. That sounds horrible.
I mean, we are dealing with zombies here.
Yeah. So we're not gonna hide in the basement and we're gonna hide up here.
We're not going to hide anywhere.
How do you propose us falling asleep then, Mr. Smarty Pants?
Well,
The attic?
if we do need to sleep, just like any other time, people keep watch.
Yeah. It's warmer in here than out there, and I don't mind the cold so much as the sinking dread of something sneaking up on you while you're snuggled in a blanket.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to find much here, though. We We should find the next hideout spot on the map as soon as we can.
Really? Not like tomorrow morning? Not. You mean. No, but I mean, so there's no zombies here right now. And they think that they've already hit up this spot, so they're not going to hit up this spot anytime soon. This is more safe in a process of eliminating safe spots. We're making this a safe spot again, but they don't know that it's a new safe spot. Does that make sense? We gotta game theory the zombie masters. So, yes.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like you want to rest here.
I not that I can't walk, I just can't cast like anything cool.
Not with that attitude. And he shuts one of
Okay.
the windows.
Not everyone is like, oh, I still have more magical energy inside of me ad nauseum. I've seen you. That's not, I like, honestly, even just like a half an hour would do me a solid.
Speak your draconic at me. Ad nauseum.
No, I mean that you're amazing and full of energy, and that's unfair right now, but that means that you're getting first watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I think once everyone gets back, we can rest here a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right? That's what they were saying. Wait, what were you trying to say? That we shouldn't?
Well, it just seems like there's something else out there looking for these hideouts and finding them.
So we need to find the people that are hiding in the hideouts before the thing that finds the hideout and turns it into a pile of smoking ruin, right?
Exactly.
Short rest. I don't just like 5. Okay. So she's gonna like shove one of the boxes in front of one of the smaller hole. Like, yeah, she's helping.
Yeah.
Shalati, Esmond, you guys have moved in this time a little farther, in what I think is an easterly direction. No, southerly direction. With the light from the dancing lights spread out into the basement interior, you see more signs of devastation there. A shelf has collapsed. There are barrels and crates that are dissolved. More debris on the ground. There's a crunch under your foot this time, Esmond. And as the light of the dancing lights spreads across gray particulate on the floor, you realize after a moment you're looking at like the remains of farmers' tools like shovels and rakes, and there are bits of bone remaining. You see a bit of light coming down through a hole in the ceiling.
Immediately going to, as he's bent down, going to clasp Shalati's leg to stop her from moving, and immediately going to start looking for uh, any movement whatsoever along the walls reflecting in the light. Walls, ceiling, ground, anything.
As if she's almost having the same. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
As if almost realizing, well, she's having a thought, whether it's the same thought as his, we'll see in a moment. But she says, I don't think there's anybody left. My guess is they all got up and they walked away, and they were outside or in some of the ones, or maybe elsewhere in the city. As she thoughtfully picks up another piece that looks like it used to be a tool, maybe a tine of a rake.
That's a possibility. I have worse potentially worse idea. You remember the puddings, right? What if we weren't the only ones to get hit by them? What if they spread, and what if these ones had different elements afflict them?
She looks at the walls too.
You guys look around, roll perception check.
Now I feel embarrassed.
Oh, you guys, that's incredible.
Wow. In sync.
Boy, I am a rock star today.
What
So you look around.
toggle did you turn on, Chris, for the low rolls for PCs?
As you look around, there's no sign of movement, no sign of the old enemy, the puddings. But you do see whatever happened here is horrible. But one thing you do realize as you look up at the gaping hole in the ceiling, this is the spot that Casey was talking about.
Did they happen to pass by a gaping hole in the ceiling covered by a rug?
No, did not. That would be one building over, though.
Okay, I don't like this.
Wait,
We can
you said
either.
that it was flooded or something like that. She looks down and kicks the ground, which is still moist.
You kick it. It's slightly moist, like like the ground when it rained the day before, but not wet.
I think his fear of water is going to get him someday.
The trail of moistness.
I guess good thing we already fought some snail.
Oh yeah. Is it similar to the same loogie that got hawked onto Salinger during a previous fight?
No,
Is it reminiscent?
no, that was like a putrid smelling, like green, opaque greenish, like phlegm.
Oh yeah, Sal got real fucked up with that. Is there a trail where it's more wet as opposed to drier? Like if we travel a certain direction, are we following a more recent wetter path?
The place you are now is probably the most that you've encountered so far.
Okay, I am becoming more and more less, I should say less and less comfortable down here. We can either um, try and complete the circuit, or turn back and say that these tunnels are probably no good to hide in for now.
I think you're right. I do want to do a quick scout to the end and see if it goes all the way to where Peach and Salinger were. And just, I want to make sure nothing can come up from beneath and surprise us.
All right, I'm with you.
She smiles. Behind her, Ishalan smiles too.
That's very new. That's amazing. It's just
Her smile grows a little bit, and then she turns around and starts to head off, poking the ground and the ceiling, etc., with the edge of the glaive.
I've got dancing lights active. I'm re-upping it every minute, and I'm having it travel along the corridor, so we have full light wherever we go.
You move farther on to the south, and if you had to approximate, you're beneath the herbalist shop now. There is, as you move into this section, there's a more pungent scent. like, as it reminds you of working with chemicals in your laboratory, in the workshop. You find the edges of some barrels and crates have been dissolved. You find the ladder that leads up. Part of the wood of the ladder has been dissolved, and as you look upward, you see looks like some. Is it burnt fabric?
Looking up at the top of the ladder.
Mm-hmm. You see some light coming down from the herbalist.
I'll use Mage Hand to push the fabric out of the way.
Well, it's not in the way. There's light coming through, but as you use the mage hand to you move it, a piece of dissolved rug drops down onto the ground in front of you.
He looks up.
Looking up, the ladder leads up to looks like a square aperture in the ceiling above you with bits of cloth or rug, yarn, I guess, whatever, hanging down as though it was dissolved.
My rug trap.
Scavenger brought the trapdoor with him.
Peach mentioned covering it back up with the rug. Yeah. She didn't mention it being burned, right?
This is definitely not covered now, and she's like puts her arm out to bar Esmond from coming in closer and backs up a little bit, looking around.
Yeah, Esmond is looking around now as well, kind of turning his back towards Shalati.
You scan the inside of the basement beneath the herbalism shop, looking for movement. There's nothing.
She closes her eyes and like inhales. Is there anything with a 10-foot radius of me via blind sense?
Just pick up Asmund, Zephyrus.
Your idea of putting us maybe starting to look unreal.
Yeah, I don't like that. In this particular case, I don't like that.
Nope.
I don't want to be right. I'm going to send Zephyrus. I'm going to have Zephyrus zip through the square hole that the fabric was covering, and just psychically give me an immediate report of like any motion, any figures in the vicinity.
Okay. You send him up the ladder. Roll for me, if you would, a disadvantaged perception check for Zephyrus.
Come on, man.
I can see him
killing me. Don't
calculating
make
whether
me
to
roll.
kill him or not.
Stop making me roll, Chris. You're being awfully.
He's giving you two opportunities to roll.
You said that was at disadvantage.
I hate the music change.
That would
At
be an
least it
11
wasn't a 1.
perception from Zephyrus.
There's a quick feedback of incredible pain as Zephyrus just gets embedded in something, and then there's a burning. You see Zephyrus dissolve, and Zephyrus is gone, and then pouring down through the opening in the ceiling is a wet, sloshing. You see part of the ladder starting to burn. Something liquid is coming down the ladder.
Oh no, Flippy Flappy.
I want to say that Shalatia had already been extending the glaive toward it to poke like the remains of the rug, but she's definitely going to slash immediately at it and shout at Esmond to run. What are the others?
Back up with me. I can help.
She's gonna back up with him and just make sure that she's always interposing herself between. So basically, it's kind of doing a triangle with Shalati and Ishtalan at the front and Esmond behind.
So as you two begin to back away, something enormous, difficult to see, glimmering, translucent, pours down across the ladder. Part of it splashes onto a barrel. You see it beginning to dissolve more. The interior of it, now that you see it, is filled with bits of things. You're not entirely sure. It's quite large. It almost fills the edge from wall to wall, and it's moving towards you, an enormous globule. Surprisingly fast for whatever it is.
Nope, I'm casting a spell at it.
Shalati hisses and begins to glow more fierce. The glow from Ishtalan kind of races toward her, and they begin to be connected, and snakes flower out around her. She's raging.
Esmond, brandishing his wand, draws a circle in the air, and it forms into a halo of ice, and shards of ice began to immediately extend from this circle, casting Rhyme's Binding Ice.
All right. Yeah, I'm thinking as you guys begin to cast spells and shout and fight, the people back in the Physiker probably hear this begin to happen. And though everyone's kind of far away at the moment, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
What did you guys do?
Making sure nothing snuck up on us in the night. Mission successful.
After all that crap, I can't believe Ez triggered the trap.
Oh, can we get our oh no, that's right, our icons are in the
They're
bottom.
all up in the top. Oh, yep. 5. That makes sense for how pooped she is. Short rest? Did she?
No, unfortunately, you did not.
Okay, I really have to count what I have left in my tank then, because... Yeah, I'm verked.
But
Yeah, Kevin.
Oh no, he's quit. He's done.
What the heck, Esmond?
Oh no, yeah. He's packing up. He's just putting the computer together. He's going home for the night, I think. Oh, he's back.
You can spend a reroll, or you could use something.
I'm gonna re-roll my initiative, please.
Oh my god.
You can hang out at the back of the line with me.
No, but actually, I think I'm gonna leave. Oh my god.
I got literally like probably almost nothing that's gonna hurt this spongy little dude.
Did you guys learn nothing from the last battle? Because Casey sure didn't.
I'm gonna have to make. I think I need to. Hold on, I'm gonna make an impromptu, a quick battle map.
Ooh.
Peach is gonna have to solo this cube.
Hell yeah, go for it,
Yes.
Peach. You got this.
I have all my HP left.
Get all your spell slots, everything.
We obviously will not get very far into this fight.
What? You mean I'm not gonna one-shot kill this thing?
Thank God I have been casting a lot of cantrips, because now I'm going to total up how much of real spells I've got left.
I mean, it might one-shot us. Were they able to gauge how big this thing is? Like, as an estimate out of character?
So far, 15 feet by 15 feet.
Oof.
Hard to tell.
We never get to have creatures that we can wrestle.
You could wrestle this.
No, you can't. It's bigger. It's bigger than one size larger.
But you could try. That's the important part.
If you really want to wrestle this, I'll make you bigger for that. just for the scene.
Or we Voltron together.
Some acid immunity would be nice too if you can do that. Thanks.
Do I have something like that? Let me see.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's all drop acid together.
Oh.
Is that the cube curse?
This whole thing was just the cube.
It looks like the scene from The Matrix when Neo's getting weapons. It's just a big white void and us and a cube.
I was thinking like a battle screen from like Earthbound. Just appears before us.
We are going to take turns.
Thank God we're disappearing one by one. Ah!
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to represent that. Oh gosh, I literally killed you. Oh no.
I see his efforts. They should be deleted.
I'm just gonna stop using Plant Familiar. I fucking suck at this.
Just
Like,
let him
terrible.
live his happy life in the ether.
I'm a terrible Plant Familiar owner.
I'm pretty sure Aloysius died like 7 times. Pretty much once every other scouting trip.
Oh.
Feels like it's happened a lot with Zephyrs recently.
I think the last time he died it was because he was trying to go over to help Rue and then got caught in the edge of a fire.
Is there any way to like create small hummingbird-sized armor?
Oh,
That would allow it to continue to fly still
Yes.
Jetpack.
and be effective as armor.
Put it in a gauntlet. Just put it in a glove.
Tiny magical jewel. Like magical girl armor or something.
A gerbil ball.
Bubble.
Yes!
They'll start doing
Triple
research.
bubble ball.
jetpack.
I hit a jetpack.
He could zoom in even faster.
All right. Those of you who are up in the apothecary, or the physiker, you hear shouts and blasts, some sort of magical blast from the basement beneath you. Ava, you're up first. Actually, let's resolve. Actually, I think you got to cast a spell. Let me do Esmond and Shaladi's things first.
All right.
So Esmond, you said
yeah,
you're
I-
casting a spell.
Yeah, I cast Rhymes Binding Ice. If you scroll up a little bit, it needs to make a DC 15 con save.
DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Oops, need to rename that. So you cast a spell upon this creature, you come to discover it has advantage on saving throw. What kind of saving throw is this?
DC 15 con.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Yeah, so it'll take half of 13 cold damage, so 6 or 7 cold damage.
Right. Creature uses an ability in response to being struck by cold. Gains resistance to cold damage and 50 temporary hit points. What is your total damage? Well, it
Half
also
of
got a natural
13?
20. Oh. No, yeah, you see the ice just embeds into it. Its outer part of its body crystallizes and hardens and becomes slightly opaque. It's almost as though its body itself becomes like a slushy ice.
Oh.
Shalati.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, unless Esmond had more on this turn.
Nope. That was it. That was my my one spell I got off before shit shit went to hell.
Alright. Shalati, you're up.
So she used a bonus to rage, and then is going to. She's gonna attack. I think actually, wait, Esmond isn't moving. He's just standing there.
Is this a full turn? I thought this was us reacting to it coming down the hole.
I'm giving you a full turn. It's going to get a turn after you, and then we'll go into initiative.
Okay, then yeah, I'll move my full 35 feet and Typhon right beside me. And that'll be my turn. So you can proceed, Shalati.
Okay. So I think then that she is going to. Yeah. She will. That was her bonus. She's just going to make a check for the first one. And then at the same time that she does so, her twin does the same on the other side. It's going to be 2 attacks with the cliff. Oh, come on. I'm going to use a breath to reroll it. Oh, and she's using sneak attack on whatever hits. On the first one that hits. Really? Does either a 12 or a 13 hit?
Unfortunately, just slices through the creature's body. Doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay. She is going to action surge and will attempt this again. Both of them are doing this.
Oh no.
18 doesn't hit.
18 hits.
Okay. So that one will be 21 slashing damage. And then she will use her second bonus from the action surge to disengage. And yeah, so they will both retreat after Esmond.
Before you can move.
There.
You see the creature, some of the ice on its body begins to crack, and its insides begin to jiggle. It begins to cast a spell.
Oh my god.
I don't know why it says 13. It should be 15.
Yeah, mine does that too, Chris. I don't know. I have any idea when it does that.
Circle.
Yeah, please, just right there. That's great.
Yeah, good point.
Perfect. Yeah, the guy's it's got bad eyesight. Perfect.
I mean, it's the crying all the time. It does make it very hard to focus.
Right there.
Oh, it's so tactical.
On its turn, yeah, that's all I can do. Yeah, so you see this putrid cloud of yellow begin to blossom into life right ahead of where you're running. You hear the sloshing sounds as it moves toward you. Alright, now we'll go into initiative. Doc, you're up.
Wow. Okay. Ava, not knowing what's in store, just goes sprinting, and uses her full action, and her sprinting, just running, rounds the corner, just enough to see this giant cloud of gas, just noxious fumes, blocking out, and hearing somewhere on the other side the sounds of scuffle. Not having any idea what's going on, she shouts out to them, "Esmond, Shalati," and that's pretty much her turn. Just getting to there.
All right. Just we'll get through the whole round. Let's have Peach go next, if that's okay. Then we can get through the whole one round of initiative, if you guys want to.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, is Peach up next then?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just still up in the apothecaries. Or, yes, Fisker, sorry. I thought I was going to have a little while longer to figure out my turn, but thank you for giving me one. Peach is going to grab Salinger's hand, cast Heroism, and then hold the rest of her action. But she's going to say, do we go down there? Well, and she'll leave it there. But she will hold her action for now.
Okay.
No,
sounds
sorry,
good.
she casts Heroism. That's her action.
Cast Heroism. Yeah, and just write into the chat who you
Yep.
are. Does the initiative thing show up now? Sorry.
And we're not on it.
Yeah, for some reason we got deleted when you put on the creature, I think.
Weird. You're still on there
We can-
for
we
me.
can re-roll
Can you see it now?
The turn order is showing up, but we're not on it.
Yeah, it's there. It's just I only see the blob.
Okay. What about now?
And then
Oh, weird.
No.
do you just re-roll
you
and
can,
put us back in?
you can, yeah, you can re-roll it.
There.
That's weird.
Hiding
I can.
itself.
Yeah, it's strange. I can see it.
Don't make me roll crit.
No, it's the same one. Can you?
You'll just put in the same number you had. But can you see yourselves now?
Yeah. After re-rolling initiative, we're showing up.
I did roll the same one as before.
Well done.
Sure.
Wow, I also re-rolled my first roll. I'm going to die. This game, this is a cursed session. This is a
It has
bad
it out
session.
for you.
Chris, to clarify, I did re-roll that natural one earlier. I should be at 7.13.
You should be able to change yours.
I don't know how to do that.
I think just click where the number is and type it, I think.
All right, folks, I do have to call it, and unfortunately, good luck. Don't die. Bye.
Yeah, we'll just
Let me
go
know
through
how it all
one
goes.
round.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, I'll rejoin next time. I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Great session. Bye. Yeah, gang, this is a curse session for me.
You're just getting lower and lower.
I'm sorry.
He's already been hit by it. He's dissolving.
Yeah, this is the end for Esmond. You know what? This is as far as he goes. He tried. He really did.
You remember at the start of the last battle, ages ago, when everyone was like, "We gotta go. This thing's unbeatable."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
I
remember how
have-
we were all at max HP and spell slots and stuff?
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna use one of my last remaining spell slots to heal myself.
Sorry. Can you guys see yourself on it, or is it gone? Because I was.
It's gone.
Now
clicked.
it's gone completely.
Yeah. Anyway, now it all erased from it.
Everyone involved just pauses and backs away slowly.
It's the best solution, I think, at this moment.
In which I discover the fun quirk that the moment anyone else is added to the turn order, it takes me out of editing.
Lost my sound. It's okay. It's okay. I'll just put on something from like Assassin's Creed or something.
Look at these ones.
They don't matter. It's everyone getting their ones out of the way. Everyone's gonna be fine now.
3-1.
Yeah, and you've taken a number of them out for us. Thanks.
Oh my god, I
I'm all
rolled the
over.
exact same initiative as well.
Eight.
Okay, I'm actually getting kind of freaked out about the game tonight. This is too weird.
We're
That is
fated
right.
to kill this thing.
Let me know when you guys have updated your initiative before I reorder the list. Does anyone need more time? Okay. Does anyone need more time? That's true. Well, we'll have a roll.
Patrick stepped away. Is he in the order?
Patrick's not on the list.
Okay, let me re-roll for him real fast so we can get him in, and then he can edit his number.
Okay. I might actually be able to. Let me try. That at least put her in the list.
Also 1.
I've never seen so
Alright,
many
one sec.
ones back to back like this.
All right. So Ava, I got you in the list. Just
Okay,
edit your number.
there you go. There you go. I got it. Okay. And I just took my turn, so I'm good.
Okay. Now, Charlotte, you're up.
Hey, stop crowding me. Wait, I accidentally moved myself. I'm gonna stop crowding you. I guess she looks at the cloud there and eyes narrow. She steps down deliberately, sets herself, and while Twin sort of makes her way up, I think over to here. And she calls back to Ava. Some sort of acid blob or something? I don't know what that cloud is, but it doesn't look like good news. It's meant to get away, maybe if you... I don't know. The breath or something? And, yeah, she will strike out at it. She's also going... Oh, she can't. Okay, never mind. Come on. That is, there's no snake. So it's just +2, but it would be a 16 slashing damage.
Yeah, you crack some of the ice that had formed when Esmond cast his spell.
Take a bonus. She takes a breath and shakes her head and like resets herself in a second wind. And that will be it for me.
Shalati, at the end of your turn, there's a bubbling forth and a splash of liquid from the creature. Like part of its body like bursts open and splashes out onto the ground.
We got fighting gross things. What happened to just fighting like the Tyrannosaur thing, Aronakis? Fun. However, I get double advantage on that. Do I need to roll again? I don't know why it's a disadvantage, but it should be advantage. And then a second advantage because of a barbarian, and then also Yuan-Ti.
Okay, yeah, you can roll again. Well,
I'm assuming this is a spell. Is
passed
it a magical effect or is it a spell?
It's a spell.
Okay. But yeah, I guess either way it would have passed.
Casey, you're up.
Upon hearing the commotion and yells from down in the tunnels, Casey turns to Rhea and says, "Well, I mean, maybe we could rest here." And then kicks off the ground, sprinting towards the sound of the chaos. I'm basically using my cunning action and double move to get as far as I can in there, but that's going to be my turn.
Salinger, you're up.
Sal, with heroism going off, I need to remember that. We'll just charge in as quickly as you can as well. Just say, now what? That's a really long way. So used all my move dash. I'm gonna use a bonus action to use my once per day storied step and teleport over there. So he dissolves into mist.
So the cloud, the big yellow cloud, is heavily obscured, so you can't see through it.
Okay, so I'd probably just be able to make to the edge of the cloud anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's everything. Just a bunch of movement stuff.
Alright, sounds good. The end of Salinger's turn. The creature begins to jostle and bubble on the inside. And sets forth a bolt, a putrid eruption from its body. It splashes. It's going to hit Shalati, Esmond, and Typhon. Ooh, why does it say slashing?
Oh my fucking god!
Wow. Okay, what did I roll on?
3d10 plus 20?
So is there a roll for this?
Yes, it is a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. I need to change the type though. That is not slashing. It should be.
Poison.
Yeah, the bulk of it's. Oh, sorry. Yes, poison. What? Hold on. The math is off though. Something's off in the actual attack because it shouldn't be that much.
3d10
Oh
plus
yeah,
20.
3d10 plus 10.
20.
Plus
Plus
a
10.
d10 fire.
Yeah. So 52 total.
No, but 3d10. The
That's not
maximum
correct.
damage would be 52. The
No,
maximum.
maximum damage would be like 60. But
No. 3d10. 3d10 is only 30 at most.
Yeah, but
Plus
then it's
20.
plus 20 plus 10.
plus 10.
No, but it says plus 10 poison damage, plus 10 fire.
Oh, in the description. Yeah, but it's plus 20 on the actual damage rolled.
Yeah, if you hover over the
Right.
42, I think Chris is figuring that out.
Let me absorb this creature. I want to learn that ability.
Subtract. Okay, it's the first number. Subtract 10 from that though, so it's 32. Poison damage.
So 32 poison and 10 fire?
I don't know why the 10 fire is there. It's not in my calculation thing.
Oh,
It's
weird.
not
Oh,
even
so
on
no
the
additional.
sheet.
So it's just 32 flat.
32
32 poison.
damage.
I'm actually going to roll con again. I forget that I have advantage on it to maintain concentration.
I'm going to roll this again. Just ignore this roll though. Why is the fire there?
There's probably a second line of damage. Spell.
Not on my side.
No?
Ooh.
Nice.
Sometimes
Concentration
you just need fire.
kept.
Ooh.
Oh my god. It's a good roll! Ah!
You're supposed to sit up straighter on a good roll. Why are you
Wait,
sinking?
I'm so happy. I could cry.
So you melt in a puddle both directions. Esmond,
Yeah.
usually a puddle.
Was that your save? So you take no damage?
Oh, nice.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
no damage.
So who did it hit? Was it basically just us and Typhon?
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I forgot I gotta roll for Typhon. Typhon's going down.
Did it hit Ishtalan too? Is what I'm wondering.
Nah, I couldn't quite get it on.
No, Typhon will go to 22.
Come on, Typhon, I believe in you.
What kind of damage is this again?
Poison.
Typhon is unaffected. He's immune.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Good job being a robot.
So I take half damage from the save and half damage because I'm resistant to poison, so it's just a quarter of 27.
Sounds good.
No, 32 is the first one.
It's a good first round.
This is where we
Oh,
learn-
sorry. Is it the 32 or the 27?
32, the second one didn't count.
Yeah. The first one I rolled.
This is where we learn Esmond is also a robot.
I hold my breath.
I've not seen you take poison damage.
It is strange that I'm missing half my fingers and they seem wooden and metallic. That's weird. That's not natural.
I have seen.
Also, your nose grows longer every time you.
Yeah.
You're a real boy.
I'm self-conscious about that. Stop.
That's what's going to happen in the tower. We're going to be able to meet Geppetto.
Oh man,
Except it'll be the Geppetto from
Fable, right?
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
evil invading Geppetto. So many Esmonds already built, ready to attack the world.
That was a great comic series. Like, ridiculously good.
Esmond, you're up.
Balls. Yeah, Esmond is just going to fall back like 20 some odd feet. Typhon standing by him. He's reach into his satchel. He's going to pull out the Maelstrom rifle. Bonus action, going to load it with a firebrand bullet. Action. Take a shot. I'm casting gun.
Best spell.
Very American.
Oh, shoot.
22 to hit. Does that hit?
22 hits.
That is 16 fire damage.
Ooh.
Is the entire thing? I don't think the entire thing is on fire. There's a portion that's piercing, right?
I do not know. I don't know how the mechanics of the different elemental bullets operate. I know that the standard is piercing, but I don't know what the rules are for the elemental ones.
The extra D6 is fire. The rest of it's piercing.
Oh, that's right. It's a D6 of elemental damage. I'm sorry. So that is 16 piercing, and then I need to roll a D6. One fire.
Oh.
Don't worry, guys. I'm staying humble.
Okay, you find out that it is resistant to both of those types, both piercing and fire. Alright, but it is effective. Cracks some of the ice. You see its body ripple. It did do damage.
Yeah, that's my turn.
At the end of Esmond's turn, its face like shrinks into its body and then pops out facing towards Esmond. I'm just going to vomit forth Putrid Burst. So Esmond and Typhon need to make saving throws. Ignore the fire damage. I don't know why it's there, and it won't go away.
Typhon is immune to the poison damage, and I'm rolling with advantage for Warcaster.
Sounds good.
Warcaster only gives you advantage on Constitution saves to maintain concentration, right?
Yeah, it's not against
Yes.
effects.
I have Dancing Lights up currently.
Right, but it would just be to maintain concentration on the spell, not regarding the damage.
It's two different con saves. You're both talking about con saves. There's a con save for the damage, and then there's a con save for the maintaining.
Okay, I make the con save.
Oh, holy
Bye.
fucking
That was just
shit. Well done.
Oh.
But I
Yeah.
will. We do need to retroactively give me damage for the last roll because I shouldn't have rolled advantage to avoid the hit. So I do still take half that damage. So I still take 16.
Okay.
But I take no damage for this one.
Okay, awesome.
Esmond is bloody.
Make the con save.
Oh no, that's bloody from the. Oh no, I do have to make the con save. Hold on.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Don't jinx him. You jinxed him!
I did that. That was me.
Here at You Might Die Tonight, we like to keep our players humble. Make sure that no one ever feels too proud of themselves. And as a representative of You Might Die Tonight, I, Kevin Wodlowski, would just like to say that I'm the most humble of all of our players here. All of our wonderful players are here. Of them, I'm the most humble.
That's a humble
Thank you for
brag.
coming. I'm chock full of them. Anyway, Dancing Lights is gone.
Oh no.
The lights go out. Rhea, you're out. Do you need to delay your turn? You have a bean.
I will. Sorry. I'm just going to be able to run, and that's it. I can't get line of sight, so I'm just gonna run.
Alright, sounds good. And the last to go is the Death Great Alchemist. Let's see, this happened at the beginning of its turn for the cloud. Start of your turn. The cloud moves 10 feet in that direction.
Has he been rolling concentration saves?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, he has not.
Let's see, he's been hit 3 times?
16.
16 times.
Oh, come on, Chris. Come on.
You know, I think
Oh
he's
my
fine. I think he's fine. He's fine.
Wow.
You know what? This creature's concentration can't be disrupted.
Oh my god.
Esmond, throw a book
Two
at him.
20s in a
quick.
row just for the rest of the battle. It's just like, nope.
Just give him all your books, Esmond.
Fuck you.
Get
Fuck
out.
no.
You see his body jiggle.
will
He
die.
gains a new ability. Okay, what do we know this turn?
Oh, whatever he wants, apparently.
Apparently.
Hey, does it want my gun? It can have my gun.
What's
wants
the
your
orange
lunch money.
bubble?
Grease.
That's the cloud kill?
Okay, thank you.
Orange is grease, yellow is cloud kill.
Oh, okay, cool. So to be clear, we have to run through the cloud kill to help you.
I mean, if you wait like 3 rounds, it'll probably pass by the thing and then you can get through the opening. But yes, otherwise.
I don't have my Athelia spells. I'm so sad.
Chris, I know.
Huh. So weird thing's happening. It's telling me I don't have access to the spells compendium on Roll20.
Oh no.
Oh, that's so too bad. I guess just
How
gonna
could
have to
this
use
be?
abilities. That's so
Dang it.
sad.
No, keep using spells, not abilities.
No spells or abilities.
Where's the
Hold on
silence
a
when
sec.
we
Let me see
need
what's going on.
one?
Well, the d20 now only rolls 1 or 20. It's a two-sided die.
All right. Well, I guess that's where we'll stop for tonight because it was going to be his turn. It would be his turn, and then we would be done. Anyway, so.
There was one thing I wanted to do that would change it. So I was like, but if I wait till next week, it'll.
Come on. Just give us something, Chris. It's gonna attack me. I know it is. What's gonna happen?
I mean, I can't. I don't have Roll20. I can't do it. It is going to attack us.
Our main tank.
No.
He has a good shield now, though.
I mean,
The
is
robot?
it going to action attack and move away to do it? Because I have things for that.
It's not going to move to attack him.
Damn it, spellcasters.
Why would it move? It can literally just shoot shit at me.
That's
yeah.
its new
Roll20 is
attack.
down for me. I don't know why, but anyway. Okay. Well, good job, guys.
We
won't-
didn't die yet.
No. Oh, God.
Party is split.
Speak for yourself.
Yet. I just said yet. You're not dead yet.
Come on.